Okay, you know that super weird feeling when you think, wait a minute, haven't I lived this exact moment before? Let's figure out what's really going on inside your head.
Yeah, that feeling. Maybe you're walking into a classroom for the first time, or just talking to a friend, and then, bam, it hits you. This has totally happened before.
So if this is ringing a bell, don't freak out. You are not going crazy. It happens to tons of people, especially when you're a teenager. It's got a name, of course, déjà vu, which is literally just French for already seen.
All right, so to really get what's going on, we gotta talk about how your brain remembers stuff. Turns out it's not just one system. It's kind of like your brain has two different memory modes.
You've got your gut feeling memory, which is super fast, and then you've got your detailed story memory, which is a bit slower. The sciencey names for these are familiarity and recollection.
Familiarity is that instant thing, right? Like you see a face in a crowd and your brain just goes, hey, I know them, but you can't for the life of you remember their name or where from. It's just a feeling, no details attached. Now, recollection, that's the detective. It's the part of your brain that actually goes and pulls up the file. It's like, oh, wait, that's Sarah from my math class. We talked about that new game. See? It gives you the whole story with all the context. Okay, so we've got these two memory systems. What in the world goes wrong during déjà vu? Well, it's basically a glitch, a tiny temporary glitch in your brain's programming. Here's how it goes down. 1, you're doing something totally new. 2, your super fast familiarity system messes up and shouts, hey, I know this. But 3, your slower recollection detective goes to check the files and finds nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that weird clash, that's déjà vu. And get this, scientists are pretty sure they know where this little hiccup happens. It's deep in your brain in a place called the medial temporal lobe. You can think of it as like memory HQ. And we can zoom in even more. Inside that memory HQ, there's a tiny part called the entorhinal cortex. This little thing is basically the familiarity switch. It's the button that triggers that I've seen this feeling. And this isn't just some wild guess. Scientists have actually done studies where they can gently stimulate this exact spot in the brain, and boom, people report feeling déjà vu way more often. It's almost like they found the manual override for it. Okay, let's pause for a sec. Think about it. Has this ever happened to you with something other than a place? Like you hear a brand new song, but you swear you know the hook. Or you're exploring a new area in a video game and it just feels familiar. Kind of weird, right? So, what does this all mean? Is your brain broken? Are you seeing the future or remembering a past life or something? Well, for a long, long time, people had all sorts of wild ideas. Past lives, psychic powers, you name it. But what science tells us is actually a lot simpler. It's probably just a tiny processing error. Here's the best way to picture it. Think about when you're watching a video and it starts to buffer or lag. Your brain is kind of doing the same thing. For just a millisecond, there's a tiny delay. So when the signal fully catches up, your brain processes it twice, real quick, making it feel like an echo or a replay. But wait, here's the absolute coolest part of this whole thing. That little brain glitch, it's actually not a bad sign. No, seriously. That weird hang on a minute feeling is actually a sign that your brain is working exactly like it should. Think about it. Yeah, your familiarity switch glitched for a second, but the only reason it feels weird is because your recollection detective immediately jumped in and was like, whoa, wait a second. That's not a real memory. I've got no files on this. It's your brain's built-in fact checker catching the mistake in real time. So the next time you get déjà vu, don't worry about it. It doesn't mean your memory is broken. It actually means your brain's quality control is totally on point. It's working. All right, now I want to hear from you. Tell me about the weirdest or strongest moment of déjà vu you've ever had. Drop your story in the comments. I'm really curious to read them.